Good evening, everyone. Would everyone please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. The national anthem will be provided tonight by Lackawanna Trail Concert Band under the direction of Mr. Mason Zajac, band president, and will be immediately followed by a performance of the Lackawanna Trail High School alma mater performed by our magical choir. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Mark Murphy, principal at Lackawanna Trail Junior Senior High School. And on behalf of the Lackawanna Trail Board of Directors, the administration, faculty, and staff, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you and tonight's honored guests, the class of 2022, to the 66th Commencement Ceremony at Lackawanna Trail High School. We're so very glad you've joined us this evening. We couldn't ask for a better night to celebrate with our senior class. And sure, there is no bounce house for you or a piñata. And a quick look around, it doesn't seem like anyone took this class up on the offer to literally buy the ground we are standing on. But just 4 months ago, our community was still in the grips of a pandemic that turned not just our school, but all schools upside down. When you consider where our community has been over the last 2 years, and all that our students have overcome to get here, it seems pretty wonderful that we're able to gather at Lions Pride Stadium, where so many great memories have been made over the last 6 years. Right there is where Marissa Kais, Katie Beekler, and Maury Castellano led a team of spirited cheerleaders that included Tiana, Elise, Cameron. Behind you is where Michael Bloom and Cole Henry, Mason, they wrestled their way not just to the top of the podium, but also to the top of the league multiple times over. Just over the hill there is where Abby Fahey, Darian Jones, Lily Rayrat, Faith Dewey, Jordan Spencer, Josephine Palucci, Maggie Martin, and Izzy Samsock took down field hockey programs from much bigger schools with deeper benches, stormed into the postseason with their team ribbons, proudly displayed in a game bag. On that same field just last week, Annabelle Gumbel knocked a game winner down the third base line that scored fellow seniors Megan Goddard and Emma Oswald. Over your shoulder, that's where Owen Lisk and Bryson Decker, Keith Dixon and Corey Burns mentored a basketball team that will soon become district champions again. That auditorium right there, that's where Cassie Rivenberg sang her last notes this spring after a musical career that sent her to district and region choir multiple times over, where Coleman and Mason honked some pretty wild notes as a member of Mr. Dykman's concert band and jazz band. And of course, where Cassie, McKenna Ratchford, and Maria Wetzel reminded us that there really is no place like home in Wizard of Oz this spring. In that gym is where Megan, Mare, and Emma helped to produce our girls' basketball team's best season in over a decade. This grass is where our marching Lions call home. They came in the top 10 in the state this year. And of course, where Cody Cresswell took all the blocks he could get from guys like Chop, RJ, Miles, Cody, Xander, and Josh, en route to defeating the Bucks of Dunmore for the second time in school history, this time on our turf. Those classrooms behind you are where these graduates heard an announcement on March 19th, 2020, that they wouldn't have school on Friday because of something called the coronavirus. They've certainly learned how to pivot for the last 2 years and to make the best of the opportunities in front of them, all while dreaming of a night where they would sit in a cap and gown here on this field, knowing that the scoreboard would be lit one more time in their honor, 2022, with 0 time remaining. And so it is, seniors. Those memories have been made, those records have been set, your legacy is now cemented, and your time at Lackawanna Trail has come to a close. I hope you now see how special it really was from the moment you entered the elementary center for kindergarten registration to your last day as a senior with that piñata in the bounce house. Every bit of it was special, wasn't it? Admit it, you're going to miss us. We're going to miss you. No matter where you're headed next, know that you will forever be a Lion. Of the 76 graduates who have earned diplomas this year, 51 plan to attend 2- or 4-year colleges and universities. They're headed to Western New England University, Marywood, Slippery Rock, Keystone, Westchester, Syracuse, Bloomsburg, Johnson College, Arcadia, the Pennsylvania College of Technology, Kutztown, Coastal Carolina, Lackawanna College, the University of Rochester, Kings, Ithaca, Wilkes, Widener, Pittsburgh Technical College, Muhlenberg, Colgate, the Catholic University of America, Rochester Institute of Technology, and the Pennsylvania State University. We are. Will enter the workforce next year in a range of trades and businesses, many of whom have already secured full-time positions with local businesses such as D-Tech Tank Services, Cattell Construction, Rite Aid, the Griffin Pond Animal Shelter, Ace Hardware, and the Lehigh Valley Hospital. 12 will continue their training at career and technical centers across the Commonwealth. 1, Eric Zion, has enlisted with the United States Army. 65 graduating classes have now come and gone through the halls at Lackawanna Trail High since the school first opened in 1956. Some graduates visit us often, and for others, their graduation is their last visit home. I hope tonight won't be the last time you walk out of this stadium. I hope that you will visit your alma mater often. I hope that you will always bleed red and black and are proud to say this little gem of a school that sits at 28 Tunnel Hill Road is where it all started for you. Because Lion Pride is forever, and we will forever be Lion proud of you. To the guests of tonight's graduates and those of you watching from home, on behalf of all of us at Lackawanna Trail, thank you for sharing these students over the last 13 years. Thank you for allowing us to share in your joy, and thank you for raising such wonderful people. Graduates, this is your night, and I am pleased to welcome you to your commencement ceremony. Please join me in a round of applause for this Pride of Lions, Lackawanna Trails Class of 2022. Mr. Rukowskis, our superintendent, will now address the graduates. Please welcome him to the podium.
President Mulhern, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Murphy, fellow administrators, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, members of the graduating class, it is an honor to offer remarks to the class of 2022 at this evening's commencement ceremony. Lackawanna Trail has a rich and lengthy history of graduating students who find success in a variety of areas. Regardless of if a student matriculates to a 2- or 4-year college, university, vocational technical education school, enlists in the armed forces, or goes directly into the workforce, success meets them. This is no accident. It's part of a common theme. For 66 years, the formula and the outcome haven't changed. Lackawanna Trail alumni are resilient, and they find success even under the most difficult of circumstances. When things might not be going so well locally, nationally, or worldwide, our students historically rise above it. I'm confident that the class of 2022 will follow this trend because they've proven their character and their work ethic over the past several years. They have excelled academically, athletically, musically, extracurricularly, socially, and despite all of those obstacles along the way. During the past few weeks, I found myself looking through old yearbooks. Yearbooks from Lackawanna Trail, yearbooks from my own high school and college days, and others. And what I found interesting is that yearbooks often reflect or make reference to historical events during the senior year. Hopefully, it doesn't define or overshadow a graduating class, but serves as a historical marker. The Challenger Space Shuttle disaster in 1986 occurred during my senior year of high school and is reflected in my yearbook. If you flip through yearbooks from high schools and colleges throughout the United States from 1986, you'll likely see references to the Challenger disaster. I can remember very clearly being in physics class and our teacher rolling a television into the classroom so that we could witness that historic event. It was slated to become historic because a teacher, Christine McAuliffe, was aboard that shuttle, destined to be the first teacher to take part in a space shuttle mission called NASA's Teacher in Space program. However, it became historic for a tragically different reason when the shuttle exploded shortly after takeoff. But after that accident, President Ronald Reagan addressed the nation, and he said, "The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave." The Challenger crew was pulling us into the future, and we will continue to follow them. I've always had a great faith in and respect for our space program, and what happened that day does nothing to diminish it. With those words, President Reagan not only helped ease the anxiety of a nation, but reminded everyone of our resiliency, our ability to move forward beyond a tragedy, and our determination to rise above whatever the current crisis. The students in the class of 2022 will likely have a yearbook that reflects other historical events, most notably the global pandemic. What is most difficult to come to grips with is the fact that this is a prolonged event spanning 2.5 years, not a single incident. Although I've been optimistic, I recently wondered how a class that had been through so much would conclude their senior year. What toll had the pandemic taken on this group of seniors? However, when I walked into the school on the last day for the seniors and found it for sale, filled with balloons and ribbons, and I witnessed Dr. Murphy doing acrobatic moves in a bouncy house that they set up in the lobby, I realized this class was going to endure above all obstacles, and most importantly, they were ready to celebrate. Lackawanna Trail's class of 2022 is admirable. They have set a wonderful example for the underclassmen, and they have indeed endured. I'd like to quote another influential United States President, Harry Truman, who served during one of the most critical eras in American history, making some of the most difficult yet pivotal decisions at the conclusion of the Second World War and beyond. President Truman is credited with coining the phrase, "If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen." He incorporated that phrase often during his career as both a senator and U.S. president. That quote can be applied, to some extent, to the resiliency of this class. Things heated up in March of 2020 when this pandemic began while these students were sophomores. But here they are today, less than an hour away from receiving their diploma and becoming a part of Lackawanna Trail history. They withstood the heat. They did not let that adversely affect them. This class has written their own history of resiliency, a history of finding success, of rising above anything that presents a challenge. In conclusion, although they had somewhat different approaches, President Reagan and President Truman both found ways to put into perspective the importance of resiliency and moving forward in the face of challenges, and the class of 2022 embodies this. Congratulations to the class of 2022. I know you will rise above future challenges and continue the long-standing tradition of finding success. I can't wait to flip through your yearbook. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rakauskas. I agree these seniors will find success in all that they do. They will be okay. I wish the same could be said for my back after that bounce house. Our department chairs will now acknowledge students who have excelled in each of the academic disciplines. We traditionally begin with the Art Award, and unfortunately Ms. Gilroy could not be with us tonight, so I will be presenting on her behalf. The recipient of this year's Art Award has taken art in all 4 years of high school and maintained the highest GPA among students who have taken art. She has always been creative with her solutions to visual art challenges and executes her ideas with meticulous craftsmanship. This year's Art Award goes to McKenna Ratchford. Our next presenter is going to be Mr. Dykeman with the Music Award.
This year's Music Award goes to a gentleman who had never gotten less than 100% on any playing exam or any assignment that was given to him. He excelled in PMEA events, going to district and regional band and orchestra, and district jazz. This year's Music Award goes to Coleman Wolkin. Should I announce the next one? All right.
Congratulations to Coleman. Our next presenter is Mr. Harder with the Business Award.
Good evening. The Business Award is presented each year to a senior who has excelled in all courses taken within the department. I'm very pleased to present this year's award to Michael Bloom.
Congratulations, Michael. Mrs. Hopkins will now present the English Department Award.
The recipient of this year's English Award secured her spot as the first highest ranking senior in English by a 100% in AP English. It is my pleasure to give this award to Maria Wetzel.
Congratulations, Maria. Mrs. Gibson will now present the French and the Spanish awards.
Bonsoir and buenas noches. On behalf of Madame Cruz, I am presenting the French Award to a senior who has excelled throughout 4 years of French. Congratulations to Mademoiselle Maria Wetzel. The Spanish Award is presented to the student who has maintained the highest grade point average throughout 4 years of his or her study of Spanish. This year, I am very pleased to present this year's award to Senorita Maggie Martin.
Congratulations to Maria and Maggie. The Math Department Award will now be presented by Ms. Deb Joyce.
Good evening. The Math Award this year will be given to the student who had the most outstanding performance in the most challenging coursework. It is my honor to present this award to Maggie Martin.
Congratulations, Maggie. Mrs. Berry will now present the Science Department Award.
Each year, the Science Department Award is given to the senior who has taken the most science classes. This year's recipient has taken 9, and after 3 very long years together, it is my honor to give this award to Mr. Owen Lisk.
Congratulations, Owen. Mr. Marks, our Social Studies Chair, will now present the Social Studies Award.
Good evening. This year's award recipient has always shown a passion for all in the history courses they've taken. This year's recipient will also be studying history next year. This year's recipient is Coleman Wolken.
Congratulations to Coleman. Our final award will be the Technology Award, and it is presented by Mr. Hickok.
This year's Technology Award goes to Matthew Scherr.
Congratulations, Matt. Mrs. Kuchak, our Principal of Student Management and Acting Special Education Director, will now present the academic top 3. Please welcome her.
Good evening, everyone. I am Shannon Kuchak, as Dr. Murphy just said, Principal of Student Management and Acting Director of Special Education here at Lackawanna Trail. Congratulations to everyone on your Department Award winners. Sorry, let me try that again, guys. Congratulations to all of our Department Award winners and everyone of the class of 2022. I'm honored to introduce the top 3 academic performers from the senior class, beginning with the commended student. She is ranked 3rd in the class with a cumulative GPA of 104.8429. She is the daughter of Jill and Jared Wetzel and is a resident of Factoryville. She will be attending Muhlenberg College in the fall for psychology with a minor in dance. Our 2022 commended student is Ms. Maria Wetzel. Congratulations, Maria.
I am so incredibly honored to be standing here today, sharing my voice with my classmates, friends, families, faculty, and staff. I am beyond grateful for all of the support and love that I have felt from this community since kindergarten that has gotten me to where I am today. It is a privilege to be recognized as commended student when I know I have so many hardworking peers who deserve this honor just as much as I do. Driven students like Annabelle Gomble, Josephine Palucci, and Megan Gatto, who were among the top 6 in our class. When reflecting on the lessons I've learned throughout my time at Lackawanna Trail, I know that my most important discovery did not come from Mrs. Berry's pop quizzes or Mrs. Chang's egg babies. Despite being frequently referred to by my sister's name, and even occasionally my brother's name, I have created my own voice within the trail community. As I've discovered my voice, I've begun to understand the responsibility that comes with using it. Words have the power to spark a movement, the ability to change the world. If our words have the power to affect such large-scale changes, imagine how much our words can impact a single person. When I was in 7th grade, I was told that it actually wasn't cool to wear knee-high Harry Potter socks to school. And just those few words caused them to remain at the bottom of my drawer for the rest of the year. There have been times in my own life when I didn't consider how my words would affect those around me. Times when I criticized or judged too quickly. It is important to remind each other to be aware of how we use the power of our voices.
Comments that bring others down are harmful and can cause more damage than we realize. When we use our voices to spread positivity, we make our community a healthier place. Simple words of appreciation or encouragement make a big difference. It is because of my family's words of support that I have the confidence to perform on a stage. It is because of my teachers' words of encouragement that I feel capable handling my classes in college. It is thanks to my friends' words of forgiveness that I am able to learn from my mistakes and continue to grow. We can use our words to plant seeds of love and growth in the minds of those around us, helping each other thrive. There is incredible power in what we say, and we must use our voices with intention. Using your voice to foster growth begins in the words you associate with yourself. Self-love can be found when you surround yourself with loving and forgiving thoughts. You cannot be consumed by someone else's negative words. Words can be used to divide us, to attempt to establish the worth of some over others. You are the only one who can determine your self-worth, so start using the power of your words to tell yourself that you are loved, you are worthy, you are enough. Our voices are our greatest gifts. As we each travel into the next chapter of our lives, we have the ability to use our voices to create an environment of inclusion. We have the opportunity to use our words to lift others up and help each other succeed. As we leave behind the pop quizzes and egg babies, we take with us the power to raise our voices to encourage a world of love and empathy. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Beautifully done. The salutatorian of the class of 2022 is ranked second in the class with a cumulative GPA of 105.4136. He is the son of Cynthia and Jeremy Wilkin, and he resides in Dalton. He will be attending Colgate University to study history next fall. Our 2022 salutatorian is Mr. Coleman Wilkin. Well done, Coleman. Please accept your award and share your thoughts on graduation.
Good evening, parents, guardians, relatives and friends, teachers and staff, administrators, and last but certainly not least, classmates. Thank you all for being here to celebrate and honor the end of a long journey and the beginning of an even longer one. The class of 2022 gathers here today before you, having taken the final steps of our childhood, the last stride of development. We, like everyone before us, now proceed to our futures as adults, whether that means pursuing higher education, joining the workforce, defending our country, or simply taking time to determine which path is right for us. Whatever it is that these futures entail, they are direct products of our surroundings and our upbringings, which, luckily for us, have been composed of unparalleled quality and care. So thank you, again, all of you, for honoring us today and raising us to arrive at this special point in our lives. Our gratitude for all that you have done for us is truly immeasurable. If there is one thing we, as a class, have learned together over the past 13 years, it is perseverance. We have confronted great obstacles to our education, our paths to our adulthood, and our general enjoyment of life experiences, but we persevered. Between an immensely impactful pandemic, the painful loss of loved ones, the natural stresses of an increasingly hectic society, physical and mental illness, and a multitude of other minor cumulative setbacks, we have been able to learn how to stand our ground and persist through the toughest of circumstances. Everybody here has, at some point in their lives. But the placement of these events, specifically amongst our years of youth, has prepared us especially well for whatever hardships we have yet to encounter, for we have grown up alongside them. They are a part of who we are. They are what makes the class of 2022 unique. In pursuing our futures, we will always have our familiarity with adversity to rely upon and find strength in during any times of trouble which lie ahead. Our developed perseverance has not only made us stronger, but has forged our very character. We are more resilient, more determined, more humble, more thankful, and more interesting people as a result of the obstacles that we have overcome, ready to tackle our futures head-on rather than meekly approaching them with hesitation and fear. We are prepared for anything and driven to make our lives our own. We are ready to achieve. We are ready to succeed. We are ready to stare misfortune in the face and cast it aside, stopping at nothing to attain whatever it is that we will each attain. We greet the coming years with open arms, a powerful stance, and an indomitable willpower, knowing that with everything we've been through, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the future of the world holds, it is ours to conquer. While it may be a future of dread and hardship, it is ours to rebuild and grow from. While it may be a future of optimism and bounty, it is ours to maintain and reap. The class of 2022, possessing an intense spirit of perseverance and ever-supportive families and friends, is surely ready to make their mark on the world, a world that exists at a very unique point in history. Technology is progressing faster than ever. The amount of information available to us is becoming almost overwhelming, and it is uncertain whether the near future holds promise or apprehension. It is certain, however, that this class is one of thinkers, workers, soldiers, and dreamers. This is a class that will prevail, no matter the circumstances. This is a class that sees the worrying attributes of humanity's future not as sources of anxiety, but as opportunities to tackle problems, achieve aspirations, and embrace the universally human, or perhaps simply existential, need for creation and adventure. That is what describes this class at our most fundamental level. We are the battle-hardened creators and adventurers ready to make of the world what we will. Thank you again and again for allowing us to become the hopeful, fearless, unforgettable group that we have indeed become. And as Eric Idle once said, some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle, and this will help things turn out for the best. Always look on the bright side of life.
Thank you, Coleman. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2022. She is ranked first in the class with a cumulative GPA of 106.5770. She is the daughter of Kelly and Andrew Martin, a resident of Dalton. She will be attending the University of Rochester next fall for biomedical engineering on a pre-medical track. Lackawanna Trail's 2022 valedictorian is Ms. Maggie Martin.
Welcome, friends, family, and Lackawanna Trail community, as we commemorate the wild journey of the class of 2022. I would like to give a special thank you to the teachers, staff, and administrators who went above and beyond to help us through these difficult times. Not only did the class of 2022 conquer the typical challenges of high school, but we also bravely faced the unprecedented global pandemic, something we could never have predicted would occur. I would like to recognize each of the students you see before you for never giving up on striving to be the best versions of themselves. Throughout these setbacks, the class of 22 has learned to adapt, grow stronger, and for this, we are superheroes. Each one of us has our own individual powers and abilities. While they might not seem as amazing as flying around the world or lifting a falling building,
They could change the world in just the same way. Our time at Trail has honed our abilities and prepared us for the future. We are leaders who are ready to take on the world and are smart enough to think outside the box in order to come up with solutions to whatever problem we encounter in life. But we are more than just our individual superpowers. Can a hero succeed with only their individual power? Sure. Can one person encounter success without the help of others? Of course. But if our time here at Trail has taught us anything, it is that, when faced with life's challenges, we have the most success when we work as a team, whether those challenges be fighting an evil villain or simply surviving high school. Even the most powerful superheroes rely on a team every once in a while. In our team, we are more than the strength of just one person. We are the strength of 76 heroes. Together we will strive to achieve more than the world could ever imagine. It is in part our ability to work as a team that has brought us the success you see today. By working together, we have learned that we can accomplish more if we just appreciate our abilities without being jealous of others. Sure, it is easy to look at someone else's strengths and wish you could be just like them, but life is not a competition. Recognizing the potential of every single person is what makes this team so strong, and it is how we are able to carry on when life throws us curveballs. For the past 4 years, we have been carrying the weight of worry, anxiety, frustration, and grief. Especially within the past year, we have seen the extent to which tragedy can rise out of hate. The most recent example of this is the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. In this time of fear and grief, we can become a team to inspire light and work to make a positive difference in the world around us. We can lean on each other to start healing and creating a safer space for the next generation. Together, we can push through obstacles and create a stronger and better tomorrow. As I stand before you today, I am reminded of the great words of Tony Stark. Part of the journey is the end. I want to remind you that high school was a journey, but this is not the end. High school has been an outlet to discover and hone our powers. It has been filled with demanding trials that led to both successes and failures. However, we are moving on to the next chapter of our story. We are now poised to enter the world and put our hard work to use. Class of 2022, now is the time to inspire change and bring hope to others. Now is the time to restore peace. Now is the time to go out into the real world and make something of ourselves. Whether in college, trade school, the workforce, the military, or wherever your heroic journey will take you, I hope you realize how many lives you would change. Congratulations, Lackawanna Trail Class of 2022. You are the makers of peace and establishers of justice. Now go out and be a hero.
Thank you, Maggie. Very well done. Congratulations to each of our top 3 academic performers, and thank you for sharing those memories with us and words of inspiration. Our final speaker before the awarding of diplomas this evening is Mr. Kevin Mulhern, Board of Education President at Lackawanna Trail. Please welcome him.
It is a privilege and an honor to be here before you today in recognition of your graduation. There's an old saying, it takes a village. These few words reference all of the hard work your parents, community members, teachers, administrators, neighbors, family, and friends have performed in your upbringing. You're finally here. It's now your turn to contribute to society. Looking forward is where you should all be right now. Planning your next step. College, military, workforce, the opportunities are endless. Pick what is right for you, but keep in mind it's all right to change your path, as long as you are still looking forward. The only time we want you to look back is on the fond memories you had being a lion, whether it was an athlete, a musician, in a play, or even a bookworm. We hope you enjoyed your stay here on Tunnel Hill. It may have seemed like an eternity to get through the past 13 years, but you'll soon see it was a blip in time to what you will face next. To say the last year of your education has been in turmoil is an understatement. The task of online learning mixed with standard classrooms has now become the norm, not a futuristic task. Your resilience has proven to be a successful operation. Typically, an undertaking like this, strategized by the Department of Education for years, tests done in various districts, and many still bugs have to be worked out by the home schools. We did it all in motion with extreme success. A lot of the success is thanks to our administration, staff, and faculty, but mostly due to the hard work and diligence of you, our students. A dear friend of mine who mentored me when I was younger lived by the saying, if you look the part and act the part, you'll be the part. As I read into this, I used it myself. By looking the part, you dress for success. You don't go for an interview at a stone yard wearing flip-flops and sweatpants. At the same, you wouldn't wear work boots to yoga class. Acting the part, well, that takes some finesse. You will need to be positive and show defining interest in the task at hand. Do your research, be prepared, and keep in mind you're selling yourself, not only for the here and now, but for the future. Don't make your first impression your last. I made this procession 35 years ago. Not too many faces are the same. Actually, very few are. The cemented, on the other hand, is. There's always a certain pride that carries these halls, the hometown feeling you get when watching a movie. Some don't ever experience the joy of small community and togetherness, the family ties, the unity. I hope you never forget. We will all be here for you if you ever need a hand. Moving ahead in life with lion pride is a good feeling. I hope you all hold it as dearly as I did. Godspeed and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Mulhern. We do indeed have a special school and a special community to be lion proud of, and we're grateful for our school board for their leadership during these past few years as well. I'm now going to invite Mr. Matthew Rakauskas back to the podium to certify our diplomas. Mr. Rakauskas.
President Mulhern, as superintendent, I certify that the students graduating this evening have met all of the academic criteria established by this Board of Education and the Pennsylvania Department of Education to earn a fully accredited Lackawanna Trail diploma. Therefore, I now ask Dr. Murphy and Mrs. Kuchak to approach the podium to formally announce the 2022 graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Rakauskas. We'll begin with Owen Matthew Austin. Alexander Jeffrey Ball. Prince Barber. Brianna Barney. Kaylee Elizabeth Beekler. Michael Connor Bloom, cum laude. Michael is also a member of the National Honor Society. Tiana Rose Bradley. James Joseph Brown. Corey Kenneth Burns. Apologize. Tyler Paul Bukowski. Corey Kenneth Burns. Katie Nicole Carpenter. Moriana Gabrielle Castellano, cum laude. Moriana is also a member of the National Honor Society. Cole William Chaplowski. Cody Robert Cresswell. Gavin Charles Davis. Bryson Joseph Decker, cum laude. Alan Joshua Deutsch, cum laude. AJ is also a member of the National Honor Society. Faith Elizabeth Dewey. Keith James Dixon. George William Duffy, cum laude. George is also a member of the National Honor Society. Miles Clark Edwards. Abigail Rose Fahey, cum laude. Abby is also a member of the National Honor Society. Tila Marion Foda, cum laude. Tila is also a member of the National Honor Society. Megan Elizabeth Gatto, cum laude. Megan is also a member of the National Honor Society. Annabelle Riley Gumbel, cum laude. Annabelle is also a member of the National Honor Society. Cole Gerald Thomas Henry, cum laude. Cole is also a member of the National Honor Society. Scott Gerald Jennings. Katie Ann Elizabeth Johnson. Adam Ryan Jones, cum laude. Adam is also a member of the National Honor Society. Darian Elizabeth Jones, cum laude. Darian is also a member of the National Honor Society. Elise Marjorie Joseph. Cole Allen Kaufman. Marissa Angelina Kais. Colin Kwiatkowski. Owen Xavier List, cum laude. Owen is also a member of the National Honor Society.
John Joseph Long, Jr., cum laude. Kayla Alexis Marr. Maggie Paige Martin, cum laude. Meg is also a member of the National Honor Society. Logan Timothy McAway. Cameron Eileen Elizabeth Mercer, cum laude. Cameron is also a member of the National Honor Society. Joshua James Oliver. Lexi Nicole Meckwood. Hold on to just a little longer there, Lex.
Worth waiting for.
You got it. Emma Elizabeth Oswald, cum laude. Emma is also a member of the National Honor Society. Josephine Elizabeth Palucci, cum laude. Josephine is also a member of the National Honor Society. Cole David Patterson. Victoria Elizabeth Penzak. You earned it, that's yours. Jackson Charles Peretti, cum laude. Jackson is also a member of the National Honor Society. McKenna Mercedes Ratchford, cum laude. McKenna is a member of the National Honor Society. Lillian Rayrat, cum laude. Lillian is also a member of the National Honor Society. Stephen Eugene Richmond. Cassandra Mary Rivenberg. Cora Evangeline Rivera, cum laude. Cora is a member of the National Honor Society. Summer Irene Roberts. Julius Jeremy Rosencrantz. Owen Isaac Sabin. Isabel Mackenzie Samsock. Matthew James Scherr, cum laude. Robert James Scherr, cum laude. RJ is also a member of the National Honor Society. Cody Anthony Semenza. Jordan Mackenzie Spencer. Landon Robert Sprouse. Amaryllis Taylor Theo. Samantha Ann Thomas, cum laude. Samantha is a member of the National Honor Society. Kevin Andrew Van Leuven. Nathan Alexander Westcott, cum laude. Nathan is a member of the National Honor Society. Maria Elizabeth Wetzel, cum laude. Maria is a member of the National Honor Society. Natalie Erin Whitney, cum laude. Natalie is a member of the National Honor Society. Coleman Laura Wolken, cum laude. Coleman is a member of the National Honor Society. Mason William Zajac, cum laude. Mason is a member of the National Honor Society. Eric Zion, cum laude.
Would the class of 2022 please stand? Graduates, please move your tassels from right to left. Audiences, with the greatest honor and pride that I introduce the newest alumni at Lackawanna Trail, the graduating class of 2022. Mr. Mason Zajac, President of the Class of 2022, will now deliver the class farewell. Mason.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy. Good evening, faculty, staff, friends, and family members. On behalf of the Class of 2022, I want to thank you for sharing this momentous occasion with us. Thank you to all of our coaches and mentors who have pushed us to be the best. Thank you to Mrs. Crew, our class advisor, for all of her help over the years. And to my fellow classmates, thank you for always keeping it interesting. Now that I am done with my thank yous, you all can thank R.J. Sherd for informing me that there is a time limit on my speech and that I must stay within it, or else. So I'll keep this rather short. Well, we did it. We have received that special piece of paper that sets us free from this campus. As I was writing this speech at midnight last night, like most of the assignments we did, the cliche statement that high school is some of the best days of our lives kept coming to mind. I think that my classmates would agree with me when I say that high school was rough for us. We missed out on field trips, academic, athletic, and music competitions. We're separated from our friends for months, and most importantly, missed out on the famous high school Stromboli. However, it was the attitude of this class that helped me look past these rather unfortunate events. No, I'm not talking about the attitude that is given when parents wake us up early or don't read our minds. I am talking about the way my classmates continued to persevere through the thick and thin. Michael Bloom got his 100th win despite not having as many matches as expected. All of the sports teams continued to show up, work hard on their field or court. The choir and bands continued to perform despite all of the challenges that came with masks, social distancing, and PPEs. It was when I was reflecting on these COVID days and scrolling through Pinterest that I found a quote that I think suits this class. Captain Jack Sparrow once said, "The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem." Although some goals were never reached, this class held their head up high and kept a positive attitude through it all. Yes, we might have stumbled here and there, but we had each other to pick us back up. These past 13 years have taught us that life is not fair, but we have learned to look for the best in every situation. So class of 2022, as you leave here tonight, remember the years here at Lackawanna Trail. Remember to keep the positive attitude that helped get us through the difficult times, and remember that you all can and will achieve great things in the years to come. Now, if I could ask the class of 2022 to stand together one last time. I am going to count down from 3, and on the count of 1, together, we throw our caps into the air. 3, 2, 1.
Always my favorite photo of the year. Congratulations. Thank you, Mason. And congratulations to the class of 22 one more time. We wish you much happiness, success in your future. And don't forget, there is a small token of our appreciation from our Alumni Foundation under your seats. Please make sure to take that with you on your way out. Audience, we're going to conclude tonight's ceremony with a formal recessional. We ask that you remain seated until the graduates have exited the field. Have an excellent summer, everyone, and thank you for supporting our graduates and our school district this evening.